Yes, people, and welcome back to another edition of The Rivals here on Spurs Kings TV and our sister partner, Pitch. Big yourselves up each and every time. Want to shout out to everyone watching. If it's your first time, big yourselves up, man. And please do like, share, and subscribe, guys. I want to big up Adrian's in the house already. Good evening, sir. And big up to anyone that's watching back on the replay, man. Big up, big up. We've got guests to bring out, so we're going to go straight into it. I do want to talk about England, but I also want to talk about Prem because fixture list has come out. There's so much to talk about. There's transfer news, there's blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get through it all, but let me just bring out my guest straight away. We've got no other than Stefan. How you doing, my bro?
What's up? What's up, Ash? Thanks for the invite.
No problem.
Looking forward to discuss all the different interesting topics apart from the Euros, obviously. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Repping Arsenal, obviously. Repping Arsenal with that little cheeky comment. I see you, bro. So that's why I brought on another brother just to kind of combat you. And he goes by the name of Mikes. What are you telling me, my bro?
Yo, what's good? What's good? How's everyone doing, man? Hope you're blessed,
Good,
bro.
man. Good, man. We need that leader, that top of the spot energy from Man City, of course. So big yourself up, man, each and every time, man. Big up, big up. Also, we've got a returner in J. Rated R, man. How you doing, Squire? How you doing, sir? And he's on mute. Hey, he's done it again. He's done it again.
Hey, I can't even run the same gag that I was running backstage, you know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for having me back. There's a lot to discuss. So I do not want to waste time on platitudes and intros. So over to you, Ash.
Thank you, my kind sir. Okay, we're going to bring on someone else who just entered the room. Zoom. Man like Toney. In the house, in the building, repping the shirt from earlier. No. I love it. Let me just come down here because
this is the old kit now. Obviously, we've got a new kit.
Okay.
I know that's going to make Jay mad. I said this word.
He said sponsored by yeah.
You know, I don't know if you've heard of them. They are a major company. You know, they do have offices and customers. They're well known.
Revenue tech. Hey guys, we're gonna get straight into it. Yes. I'm sorry to cut you.
No, let's do it.
So much to talk. I really want to talk about England, but before that, obviously there was a massive fixture list by an organization called the Premier League. They came out and they represent all of our clubs. So I just want to talk about each and everyone's run-ins.
When it suits them, Ashmatic. They represent all of our clubs when it suits them. When it doesn't suit them, they want to take them to court. But we don't have enough time to go.
Wow, is that what we're doing? 118 of them. Oh wow, shots fired already. Jeez, Max is shaking his head.
Because I know what's coming. You're gonna ask me how do I feel about my first game of the season and.
But that's where we're going. That's where we're starting, bro. How do you feel about Chelsea going? Are you at the bridge or are they coming to your gaff?
At the bridge, first game of the season of the Maresca era. So we're going to have to experience his new manager.
Yeah, I thought you said Mascara. Pronounce it again?
Maresca, yeah. Maresca, yeah.
You hear the way you read it?
But that is a bit peak too because you had Liverpool at home last season, didn't you? First game of the season.
Yeah, first game of the season. Think about it. This is a new manager bounce. I don't know what this man's going to bring, but all I know is that anyone that's been in the vicinity of Pep Guardiola's different football-wise, technically they're always different. So I'm not confident. Why should I be? Wait, you know what? Yeah, I think we'll win, but it's not going to be easy. We didn't even beat Chelsea in the Premier League once last season. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So yeah, man, I think it's a conspiracy. Someone behind the scenes just wanted to screw us over.
You said like, right, they're against me already. Is it already starting the conspiracy?
Listen, I forgot the actual term, but we're at war with these guys right now, and you can see it by our first fixture.
Premier League's out to get. Premier League's like the boogeyman for you, man. They're trying to just.
We're literally at war with these guys. So yeah.
But let me also around the room. What do you lot predict for like the Chelsea versus City first game?
Early.
Are you nervous?
I think it's too early to have an understand. Like, I at least let him hold a pre-season training session first. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a big fan of seeing people run up and down doing the bleep test and fans saying, "Hey, Look how much fitter we're going to be this season. Look at what they're doing in free. Big fan of that. Huge fan. So we get that point. Can't be offering predictions personally.
I hear it. All right. Anyone else want to jump in? What do you
No,
think?
it's just for me. If you look at their previous matches against Chelsea, especially at Stamford Bridge, they've always struggled or barely won. It's always been either a 1-0 win for Man City.
Under Poch though. This is a new man. This is like Leicester
City. But they won. I remember Thomas. I think it was under Thomas Tuchel when Kante scored the winner. I think they won at Stamford Bridge 2-1. Let's be honest. Last season, the 4-4 was very flattering on Man City. I thought Chelsea completely outplayed Man City at the Bridge and should have won. So it's never a really easy game, and we all know Man City usually starts slowly. So let's see. I mean, we don't know. Like, we don't know what type of Chelsea it's going to be also. So, like, you're reading Chelsea, selling more players. Conor Gallagher might not be there. Like, the whole Chelsea squad might be very different from what it was last season.
Might have Duran. Sorry.
Yeah.
Real quick though, I want to ask you about Arsenal. I know you're a Newcastle fan.
Yes.
And you see their first 5 games. They have a certain team called Una Imre Special, Aston Villa. Hey, And are they also playing? Who else they playing? They playing City as well in the first.
I think 4 game. But
Arsenal.
Don't take my word for it.
Who's Arsenal's first 5, Stefan?
Arsenal is Wolves at home. First game. I forgot who the second game was. Oh, I think it's Aston Villa away the second game.
Yeah, so we've got Emre. And then
who do you play? Third game. I forgot what I think the third
Are you playing us? Are you playing us?
No. Third game was at home to Palace. Then it's Spurs away.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm asking 2 tactics now. Looking at their first 5 games. How do you see Arsenal? Do you think they're going to start slow like Man City as well? Or do you expect them to kind of like hold on? Because last season they drew quite a lot of those games they were a bit iffy about. How do you see it, man? First 5 games.
It's a really good question. There's a 2-week break between the 31st of August and 14th. Is there an international break?
Yeah.
It's right before Arsenal Spurs.
So they'll get a little bit more time. They would have got 3 games out of the way. And now they'll know what they're about. Do they start slow? I think they have to, because that's what Man City generally do. And I think people are now catching on that they start slow to kind of reserve a little bit of their energy for the campaign ahead. But teams, I don't believe any season's the same at all. I think we have a different Wolves side. Aston Villa will be hungry. Brighton will be hungry. They'll try to start off slow, but it won't be the same. We'll be aware of that.
It's a horrible league, man. It's
100%.
You're on mute again.
You muted yourself, bro.
You're on mute, Jay. You're on mute.
If you're City or Arsenal, yeah, okay, maybe you're looking at this Premier League and you look at some of these teams like your food. If you're any other team in the league, yeah, there's at least 14/15 away games that look pretty horrible. Yeah? Like there's maybe like 3 at the bottom. I don't think I could name 6 teams away where I'm like light work.
Come on, Jay. You're not confident? Ipswich.
No, I said 6 teams, Stefan. So name 6 teams for Tottenham.
Okay, true. Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
I was looking at you guys, the first 5 fixtures. Our own first 5 fixtures. I think it's been pretty balanced. No one can really say, I've had a really tough time here. I've really had a tough time there.
Chelsea can say they got screwed. Look at their first 5 games. Chelsea's running the first 5-6 games is an absolute nightmare.
At the same time,
first 5 games, I tell you, is I won't tell you. That's their derby days. Hold on, I'm trying to find it now.
Just write Chelsea fixtures on Google; it will come up.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll do that. I was on their site, but yeah,
the Premier League website. You can filter the different teams.
But the thing is that people don't understand as well. But they do understand. They just don't factor it in. Is that relative positionism? I've made this term up just now, but still, it sounded good in my head. Relative positionism, is what I'm referring to as when a certain team is in a position when you play them, but they're better later on in the season.
Yeah.
E.g., Spurs played Palace away earlier in the season last season when it was Hodgson's team, and we beat them 2-1. Now they got took over by Glasner later on in the season, and therefore they became a much more difficult side to play. So
look at this. Look at this. They've done terribly against Wolves over the last few years.
I didn't quite land the relative position.
Go on, land it, Jay. Land it, Jay.
So the thing is that people don't factor that in. Now that's not like Toontat said. I believe that each league exists in isolation. I think you can take previous points from the previous league into the new league, because otherwise, why can't Ipswich win the league? There has to be some sort of relative levels to everything.
Yeah.
So, but on the flip side, I'll then look at it and I'll say, right, these teams who are playing now, there's some teams who are stable, who are going into a second season with their manager, and there's a number of teams that are going into a first season with their manager. Do you know what I mean? So you got like Brighton, Chelsea, new manager. These are new managers for these sides. There's Palace are going into a season after promising form. Villa are obviously going into this season. There's other teams like Fulham and Brentford who've had good continuity, and it's a question: are they going to step up? Brentford's squad looks stale to me. Like, to me, Brentford might struggle next season if they don't get some new blood in.
Jay, I just want to point out, I also think that you're missing out on precedent. Look at the history. Chelsea have not beaten Brentford in the Premier League. I don't know if you guys know it. They still have not beaten.
I didn't know that. That's a real hater stat.
Yeah, Chelsea have not beaten Brentford, so that's a terrible fixture for them. Yeah. Chelsea's record against Bournemouth, Chelsea fans will tell you, is horrendous, especially away from home. They rarely beat Bournemouth away from home. So these fixtures are a complete nightmare. Wolves have done really well against Chelsea over the last few years, where Chelsea, they've either got a draw or Chelsea have really, really struggled to actually beat them. So, or lost. So it's, if you look at all these fixtures, Brighton, all of them are super.
But Stefan, this is what the league looks like for the rest of us too. You're saying all of this because this is what I mean. Like, if you're Arsenal or City, you're looking at some of these games like it's food. The rest of us have similar fixture lists, and we're like, "Ooh, that looks tricky."
All right, let me bring up Spurs. I'm going to bring up Tottenham's first five as well, as you lot are talking, because
can we strip away
he has got
strip away the. What's it called? Where I forgot the word, but we're thinking about records. For example, you're saying they're not too good against Wolves or they're not too good against Bournemouth. At the end of the day, it's still their 11 versus their 11. The record might not mean nothing on the day, and they should be beating those teams. So I don't think their first five fixtures are bad. I think they're blessed. Yeah, I think they're blessed personally.
And with a new manager, new players.
This is it.
Everything.
And this is a good counterpoint by Toon, because the thing is that if you're going to play Bournemouth, then Leicester, Everton,
Newcastle away. Oof,
Newcastle away.
That's gonna be bad.
It's tricky. But the thing about Newcastle away is I feel more confident about Newcastle away this season.
I knew you'd
why?
Because
Toon, the reason why is that we cannot go there and get smashed again. So
why not?
Why not, bro?
At this point, we've seen as far as it can go. It can't get any worse. This season will be an improvement on the previous two seasons, no matter what.
Jay, I could make the argument that last season was an improvement of what happened this season.
Exactly, Stefan. Incremental gains. Small steps.
This is what we do, yeah?
This is what it is.
Maybe make that guy in the stand leave his shirt on for 60 minutes. That's the next step. Yeah.
Mad. All right, quickly, guys. Before I want to move on, but I just want to ask: is there any big fixtures that stand out to you in the Premier League? Because
that
for me,
Arsenal fixture early doors is very interesting to me.
Normally we've got it away. Normally we've got them.
Yeah. This is guys.
We never have Arsenal at home this early.
I don't remember. Please, somebody tell me, when is the last time Arsenal played away to Spurs first. I can't remember. It's been so long.
It's been a while.
It's been over 10 years. Like I'd rarely miss an Arsenal game. I cannot remember the last time we played at White Hart Lane first.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if someone wants to do the Googles on that one, but
Yeah.
it's been a minute. I could be real, but
I'm really happy because that game, the importance of that game is reduced significantly because it's out of the way early. Not like last season where Spurs were training for 2 weeks for their biggest game of the season.
But for me,
And
Stefan,
lost.
But I think that's a horrible game for Arsenal too. Like, because you don't want to be playing Spurs without rhythm. Yeah, you think you're gonna click nice and early. You're gonna be nice and smooth. Spurs' home form in the main last season was strong. Yeah, obviously Spurs finished with a strong performance against City at home. Yeah, they knew what they were doing in that game. Even when we played you, Spurs got bullied. Yeah, listen, I'm saying had the context of that game not been the context of the game, I firmly believe we would have beaten you. Like, if the players actually had fans who were cheering them on, I think we would have beaten you. But that's
Jay, I think what Ash said earlier, where it's a new season. Don't think that just because Arsenal started slowly last year, that it means it's gonna be, and it doesn't mean that Spurs are gonna start, because I told you, now they have tape on you. Every team knows how you play.
True.
They're gonna figure you out.
Well, I'll be real.
Yeah.
But the way I look at this now, Stefan, is that even if Spurs now just buy a right back, and Spurs next season then would have Udogie and Van der Ven who could play left back, Dragusin, Van der Ven, and Romero at centre back, Porro and a new right back, that would then make me confident that any variation of that defense would operate at a competent level, at a level higher than the defense.
Yeah, I think
Wait. You had this defense against Arsenal. You conceded 3 goals.
Did Emerson not play against Arsenal?
You had this defense against Liverpool. You conceded 4 goals.
But see, this is the thing. Van der Ven didn't play left back against Liverpool. Yeah. Skip and Emerson played left back. It was only City was the first game.
Okay, Arsenal.
Davies against Arsenal. Remember?
First game that we played Van der Ven at left back.
He's right.
So what I'm trying to explain is now when Udogie's back and Van der Ven's there, so I know we've got 2 options that work there. 100%.
I think that's why we're looking at defenders.
No need to play Emerson. No need to play Davies. Van der Ven or Udogie can play there.
And also,
Van der Ven and Romero centre back.
Because it's early on in the season, I know everyone's talking about Europe. Europa hasn't started then. I think Europa won't start until it
starts the week. I think it starts the week.
Yeah, we're gonna play. I think we play a Champions League game either before the Spurs game or right after the Spurs game, and then we play Man City. But the Champions League for us starts early compared to you guys with the Europa.
I wasn't know, Stefan. It's all about Thursdays this year.
That's right. I forgot about that.
That's what I got in my email.
No, Jay, enjoy playing FC Baku.
What?
That's nice. I'm not worried.
Listen.
I'm not, listen, I said this last year and we lost, and I didn't embarrass myself because the team. It's not my fault. The team did what they did. I'm not taking any blame for that.
Quick question, though. Quick question. Do you think Newcastle performed better than last season? And then the second question,
for sure.
Actually, let's answer that question.
Yeah, Ashmatic, you know what? I would bet on it.
Huh? Bet on what?
Hey, listen, I don't know. Ask Toney for the slip, innit? But listen,
he's back in game 3, by the way. That's Tottenham.
Hey, that's frightening.
The thing for me with Newcastle is that how Eddie Howe has shown me that he can learn. He's an educated man. He can pick stuff up. From when he went away and picked up that Atletico stuff, I think he's a solution type guy, and
I think so.
I said last season that I thought Bully Ball would catch up to them, and I think Newcastle are screaming for a number 10. Yeah, they're just screaming for a quality number 10 and a quality right winger, and then the rest of the squad is pretty good. Yeah, if they get those 2 players, they should be competing for top 4 comfortably, in my opinion, because the rest of the squad has shown that they're competent. When I watch them play, the players are highly competent. Yeah. So even when they lose games, I've not seen many games last season where I saw Newcastle comprehensively outplayed. They had a few. They came to our stadium. We beat them well. You know, I saw a few of the games.
What about Arsenal? What Arsenal did to them? What? Who else?
That's what I'm trying to say. They had some games that but listen, look, like the season's gone now, so I can say without agenda, that was a lot of injuries. That's an insane amount of injuries that Newcastle had.
I respect two because he didn't really harp on about it. Do you know what I'm saying?
He cries about it, so I'm not crying about it in real time. I'm not going to acknowledge him. I'm going to be like, no, you're crying about it. Absolutely not. But now afterwards, I'll be like, sure, yeah, man, walking wounded.
You know what? It's a real good call from Jay. I think this is and I've been saving it for my video because I think this is really this particular transfer window is the equivalent to what Man City had when they bought Gareth Barry and Wayne Bridge. I think, and that kind of laid the foundation for their floor raisers because they started off buying Rubino and that was the wrong thing.
Hold this thought. I just need to pop for a second.
Yeah, that's all right. So I think this season, our right centre back position will be filled. Obviously, we just got Lloyd Kelly, our goalkeeper position, and the star positions. And Jay made a good call for the number 10. I think that's what we've been looking at. Morgan Gibbs-White, he can play number 10, but also on the right. I don't know if we'll be greedy enough to get a number 10 and a right winger. Obviously, the fact that we've thrown our hat in the ring with Chelsea and Man United and others for Elise kind of shows you our intent about how much we're willing to go for Elise. And obviously, I know that we're going to be at the bottom of the food chain status-wise for the clubs that are in for him. But Chelsea want to pay in installments. We can pay straight up front. Plus, we've got game time automatically for Elise. So
you guys are in for Bowen as well, aren't you?
For Bowen as well. There's a possibility.
Bowen's not happening.
It's not a sideways move, but it's.
Well, I don't know if Bowen's not happening because I wouldn't write that off. I know it's got a long-term deal, but they were planning on settling Paqueta, and that's falling through. So I think they need to make some of that money back. Plus, if you're Bowen, you're in your peak career. Moyes has just left. You're thinking, can I win more cups here? Where am I likely to win more cups at the moment? Liverpool don't want me. Arsenal don't want me. Man City definitely don't want me.
I would love him in
Arsenal. Chelsea are the next. Well, not Chelsea. Well, Chelsea they're trying to get Elise.
No, but they were youngers, isn't it? Their project like Mbappe.
I would absolutely love Bowen at Arsenal. I think he's a really, really underrated player.
What did you understand for Saka? Because Saka plays on the right, so does Bowen. Actually,
they shouldn't care. But I mentioned all that to say this in terms of like going forward for Newcastle. I think you definitely will see an improvement, especially in our injury, especially kind of injury wise. You definitely will see an improvement. And I think the right players in the right positions. I think we've been very good at our transfers. So I'm really looking forward to this campaign. I'm really looking forward to seeing where we're going to go with this.
Hi, Max, I want to ask you a question. Is this the season where if Arteta doesn't nick it off Pep, do you then look at it like say, look, is that a failure for Arsenal if they don't like take it off you guys?
Think if he doesn't win the league this season, keep him there for as long as possible. But obviously that's me being a hater. But obviously rent is overdue. Let's be honest. Like, it doesn't matter how pretty your football is. It doesn't matter how many triangles and patterns and all of this Pythagoras maths you're putting on the screen. Yeah. If you don't win anything, it doesn't mean anything. So I believe Arsenal them with Arsenal and Arteta. If he wins nothing, you need to sack him if we're looking for the future. If that's me being real. But yeah, I don't know how you feel about that, Stefan.
No, in terms of, I mean, again, it's very important to look at context. If Arsenal, I want us to go further, definitely in the domestic. Look, we're gonna sign players. I'm sure of it. Nobody knows who we're after, but I'm sure we're gonna sign at least 2 players. So I think our squad will definitely be more competitive to compete on more fronts. So I'm expecting, we need a little bit of luck with the draw. But if we're a top team, we need to go deeper in the FA Cup. We need to maybe try. I really don't care about the League Cup, but at least try and win one of the, or go deep in one of the domestic cups. But if let's say, I don't know, we have 96 points and City beat us with 97, how can you sack him? Like,
yeah, sack him. You
like,
just explained your mentality right now. You've just shined the light, on your mentality. You just said, I don't care.
I shine the
about
light.
The League Cup.
Okay then.
Bro,
I love this.
You need that right now.
No, okay.
I have to be honest. You actually need the League Cup. I'm gonna be honest.
We don't need the League Cup.
It's been a long. I'm not gonna lie.
We don't need the League Cup. No, I'll tell you why we don't need the League Cup. Because Man United won the League Cup. Where did it take them? Did it help them progress? Did it help them progress?
Can we put League Cup and FA Cup on the same level? Can we?
No, I'm not saying you can put League Cup and FA Cup, but the same thing that happened. The reason why I'm telling this is because we had this argument in the chat. Is that although it's something that's amazing, they've won a League Cup, it's still a trophy. However, it's not a guarantee or a sign of progress. It can actually be an actual lipstick on a pig type of deal, because Arsenal won an FA Cup when we were crap. We didn't realize winning that FA Cup delayed our actual rebuild, because the club thought, hey, we're not as bad as we think we are. Let's buy more experienced players like the Williams and shit like that. And as a result, we pretty much regressed the next season. We stayed 8th. And it forced the club into realizing, okay, we need a much deeper rebuild. The same thing.
A caveat for that, though. That's a small caveat. I hear where you're going with it. But will it be a case of maybe Arteta just can't get it over the line? Do you know what I'm trying to say? He just can't get it up like an old man. Like sometimes you might need someone that has that extra know-how just to finish, like finishing school. You know what I'm saying? You know, when some people they have no.
Just say Viagra, but listen.
Yeah,
honestly,
who? Okay. No, okay, Ash. Because Arsenal fans, a lot of the Arteta outers or as they like to call themselves, the realists. I don't know what the fuck that means, but yeah. When I asked them, okay, you say this, right? Who? When I asked them who, they say that's not my job. Well, it's easy for you to call for somebody's job, but you don't have the balls to at least say, I want Thomas Tuchel or I want Mourinho, certified winners that have won, even though Thomas Tuchel has never won a league title. Let's just ignore that, but say he's a winner. I think it's much simpler than that. By your logic, then Liverpool should have fired Klopp. They should have, because Klopp after 2019.
It's different.
Why is it different?
Your logic. You literally just described, that we won a trophy and we regressed. That means we won a trophy and we got comfortable and we lowered our own standards.
We didn't get comfortable.
You literally stated the fact that you won a trophy and regressed.
No, we didn't get comfortable. What the trophies did.
I mean, the trophy cabinet displays that you got comfortable because you haven't won since that FA Cup.
No, I didn't say we got comfortable. What it did was it sugarcoated the shit, Mikes. So instead of us addressing the long-term issue and the root of the issue of why Arsenal had declined over 10 years, we instead said, you know what? We don't need a full cultural and a total rebuild of the squad. We can still kind of maybe get top 4 and then try and have a smaller rebuild. And that's what happened. And it delayed the process when we should have tried to do it immediately after the FA Cup win. It was the same. We did the same mistake when Wenger won the FA Cup in 2014. Instead of saying thank you for the memories, thank you for everything.
For context, what would be your minimum then as a supporter for you?
Minimum for me would be, I said I expect us to win something next year, an FA Cup. But I honestly, minimum would be for me, again, if we win an FA Cup and we challenge and we just don't win it in the same way, like we have like over 90 points and Man City edge it, like it's like they're just really good, they have 115 financial charges for a reason. But forget that. But my minimum next season, my expectations are as follows. I expect us to win a cup, an FA Cup maybe, because that's our competition.
Or the League Cup.
And get to at least the semifinals of the Champions League.
Okay.
I expect us to get to the because in order to Mike's is all piping up here and stuff about that, about not being a winner. Mike's, in your first
100%.
3-4 years as a Man City fan, you guys got knocked out by Monaco, Lyon, and who was the other team? I forgot.
No clue.
Oh, Tottenham. For Spurs. So don't talk to me about winning mentality.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like, I've actually seen my team win the Champions League. The thing that you just brought up.
Yes.
So us getting knocked out, I don't think you've got the coaching badges to come at me with that one.
No, that doesn't make
true.
Sense. No, that's
no.
true.
I'm saying.
I also
think about it. Think about it.
Mike's,
I witnessed my manager kiss,
Mike's
with his lips that Champions League trophy. I mean,
I
don't think you've seen your manager.
I cannot deny that, but your equivalent of winning the Champions League is like when Dwayne Chambers won the world championship for 100 meters when he was all roided up, and then they caught him with steroids. So well done. He won the gold medal. Okay. So
you notice how it always has to revert back to cheating because they know.
Yeah, because you
can't really handle Manchester City. That's what I'm saying.
Mike's,
you can't.
Mike's,
come on,
Mike's.
Bro.
Aren't you worried? The Premier League.
No, I'm not worried.
Premier League. The CEO of the Premier League didn't even come to give you the actual trophy. Aren't you concerned that the image that he wants to portray is to try and stay as far away as possible to keep the Premier League brand away from Man City? Was that not
they know Man City?
Do you reckon it's his last season? Do you reckon it's Pep's last season?
100%.
I've already got my seatbelt on, Ash. It might be his last season. If it's not 5 in a row, then it might be his last season. If we don't win it, it'll be his last season.
Look,
if we win it, he'll stay.
Look, if I'm the Premier League and Man City, I'm gonna tell you what I would do if I was the CEO of the Premier League. I would go to Man City and say, you guys are fucked. You have 115 charges. Listen, I want you guys to let go of Pep Guardiola because you're making the league into the Bundesliga whilst cheating. So let him go. So let him go, and we will be a little bit more lenient on you with the actual charges, because it's getting like, people. Why is there this, Ash, can you explain this to me? Because I get a little bit annoyed at this. Why is there this persona around Arteta that he's a bottler, he's this? But Klopp, who won 1 league title in 9 years, the equivalent of what Claudio Ranieri won, the equivalent of what Carlo Ancelotti won at Chelsea.
I'm asking for the Liverpool man, I'm
trying to compare them.
Why is there?
There's no way you've put Klopp and Arteta in the same sentence. They're not even on the same planet.
I don't get why Klopp doesn't get the same. Whenever people mention Liverpool and Man City, what people say is Man City are too good for Klopp. Man City are just so good. When people mention Arsenal and Man City, the narrative is, when are Arsenal going to get over the hump? As if Arsenal didn't have to deal with a treble-winning Man City 2 years ago. As it like
Klopp's dealt with Man City. He won the league over us before.
Yes, in the COVID season.
What do you mean? It's still football.
Okay,
it's still football, bro.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. It's not different. We didn't start playing tennis, bro.
I want to come back to this chat in a bit because I'm waiting for this.
No problem. Shout out. Who is it? That's shout out, Mr. M.
Mr. M. Yeah, one love. Listen, one love, Richard. Yeah, I want to come back to it, but I want to talk about, because we are in the middle of the Euro. Scotland just finished, and I want to talk about a certain team called England, and I want to bring up their team. Do you know what I'm saying? And what your thoughts are going into Denmark. Do you lot think England need to change anything going into tomorrow's game?
100 million%. And currently, I already said, because it's Southgate ball, I'm limited in terms of how many minutes I actually watch because I just can't stomach it. But what I know, he's ruining a certain player. I'm not going to say his name yet, but I think...
No, you can say it now.
One of England's best players is Phil Foden, yeah?
Yeah.
I think you need to kind of sacrifice Jude Bellingham's career and put Foden in the team, bro.
What?
Sorry. And let me explain.
After his left-hand side performance,
they put Foden on the left. Yeah, you're utilizing him.
Get out of here.
They're utilizing Foden wrong. They're making him look trash because he's playing out of position.
Poor Foden. He needs to be accommodated.
He's not someone that's gonna kick the ball past someone on the left-hand side, straight line left winger. That's not his game.
Wasn't he a game-changing, transformational player? You can play him in any team, and he's amazing. He's so much.
This is Southgate.
Saka.
This is Southgate. This is Southgate, so I don't class this as tactics that he's being put under.
Okay. Yeah, so
it's not really tactics that he's being put under.
So it was Southgate's fault for Foden acting like Casper, the fucking
100 million percent,
right?
100 million%. I said to my family, I will die on that hill that Phil Foden is being misused, and I think you need to build a team around him, play with a 10, and put Foden in the 10. You can still have Jude Bellingham behind him doing whatever he's doing, but I think you can actually put them both in the team. But we need to make sacrifices. Jude Bellingham's great, and he actually scored a goal as well. But I think we need to utilize both.
Yeah. So the guy that scored a goal, that was your most important player in the previous game, you're gonna drop him for Phil Foden.
No, not drop.
What was the worst player on the pitch?
Not drop peanut butter and jelly them. Put them together in it. Why not? One as a 10, one as an 8.
But where is
4-2-3-1?
Bellingham gonna play? In the number 8?
Is it 8 or 6 in a 4-2-3-1?
He's saying Bellingham box to box. He's saying
100%.
Foden staying a bit closer to the striker, and then he's saying Rice do what Rice does, isn't it? That's what he's basically
100 million%.
There was a certain debate basically going on, and
guys, play Trent.
It was we're not even at Trent yet. We're staying on job. We're not there yet. We're staying on job. We're going to talk about a certain Saka, and certain people are saying, "Raw, Foden needs the system for him to become great, but Saka is just great." You know what I mean? Without the system. So, Stefan, what do you think? This debate with Foden versus Saka. Do you think Saka's coming on top right now? Is Saka a better guy?
No, it's just Foden gets the plaudits because he has more wow moments in terms of he scores nicer kind of out of the box, long range shots. And that's why everybody says I've always thought for me, Saka is a better all around player. I've always thought of it.
Do you think he could do what Foden does in the 10 or
he's Saka wherever Arsenal have played him? And I remember when we were terrible, Saka played as a left back. Saka played as a left winger. He played as a number 10. He played as a right wing. Everywhere Saka has played, he did a very good job. No matter what, watch him play left back. He got assists. He scored a goal. He's played in every single position where Saka has an extraordinarily high football IQ. He's kind of he reminds me a little bit in that way as Bernardo Silva from Man City. Wherever you put Bernardo Silva, he will do a good job. Whether it's at the number 8, whether it's on the right wing, whether it's a number 10. Pep Guardiola even played him. Yeah, he even played him as a DM at one point, as a number 6, building up play, and he still did very
Whoa. Wait. So we're talking about Saka, right?
Yeah. Saka is
the DM. Mike's.
No,
I'm trying to take in. I'm taking it in. I'm let him have his moment.
I know. Sorry. Not DM. Not DM, right? You didn't mean DM. No. Not DM.
I did. I just said that wherever Saka has played,
you think he could do a better job than Foden, basically.
If Saka would I think yes, because Foden. The more I hear about, whenever I hear that a player needs to be accommodated, Ash. Whenever I hear that tells me that the player needs a system so it can suit him. Saka, in my opinion, top class players. Jude Bellingham, for example, can play in pretty much any system because he's a top player. And that, for me, is a sign of a top player. Wherever you play Saka, when he played for Arsenal, when they were terrible, he still made a difference. Foden, we saw, he was played out of position, and now suddenly...
He's lost. Was Foden lost?
Sorry?
Was Foden lost? Was he a lost boy at sea?
Yeah, Foden. He was. He looked... To be honest, I actually thought him and Jude Bellingham were running into pretty much the same spaces. I thought they were running into each other. So,
would you drop Foden? Would you drop him if he was Southgate?
Would I drop Foden?
The fact that you have to think about that.
Wait, so Foden was playing right wing.
Playing on the left.
left
Foden
wing,
was on
right?
the left. Foden was on the left. Saka was on the right.
So who are the available options on the left wing? Foden. Yeah, 100%. I would drop Foden. Yeah, I would.
All right, Mike, go for it, man. I like how you were patient with that. Now, Stefan.
Saka is nothing but what, especially the way you described him, he's nothing but flipping all-purpose seasoning. Yeah, Phil Foden's Scotch bonnet pepper fire, bro. That's the way I can put it, bro. Very nicely. They're not the same. Yeah, Saka's basically a bottle of Highland spring water, and it's Phil Foden's Prosecco. It's not the same. They're not on the same planet, let alone universe. Why? I swear down, bro.
Well, it didn't.
Saka is literally
seem like it.
He's just all right at everything. He's not really a wild player. You might get a step over if you're lucky. Maybe if you flip a coin and it lands on the head, you might do a little flipping step over. He ain't got no magic about him. He's just consistent and he's a smart kid, bro. Yeah. Phil Foden, do you know how many times that man has dug us out of the trenches when a team sits back and puts all of their team in the back of the van, doesn't open the van when we're trying to get in? That's what Foden can do, and I know he's being used wrong with Southgate. Saka's not doing that. He ain't got that. He ain't got the magic that Foden's got.
He
Foden
just did magic.
Watching.
He got an assist. He got an assist.
I don't care about one assist, bro.
He won the game with Bellingham. He just did the magic that won you the game.
Wait, watch the assist again. It's a deflected assist. It's luck.
He still creates the action.
Listen, you can't tell me that, okay, he did have a part to play, but come on, it wasn't like he intended to do it. It was deflected. The defender should have got the assist then.
Okay, well, you know what? You know what? In that moment of play, in that 10 seconds where Saka dribbled and then crossed and it deflected, he did more than Foden did in 90 minutes. In just that.
Foden is playing out of position, bro.
Play. Okay, and then I just comparing Saka and Foden is like, comparing them is like this. Foden is that one hot chick that you managed to have to spend a night with. She's incredible. She's the best you've ever been with. She's fire. But then after the night, when you actually start to speak to her, you realize there's not a lot of substance there. Saka isn't as flashy. She isn't as great as Foden. He doesn't score the nice goals, the winners and stuff in the celebrations. But Saka is wife material. He's
loyal, yeah. He's
reliable
loyal.
And he's quality.
And every time he's having a bad game, he has a little limp, yeah. Goes on a little limp. Just
a little limp,
bro.
And you know what? He goes on a little limp.
Starts holding his little hamstring, yeah, just to cover up the fact that he's going ghost, bro. Come on, man.
Well,
it's not the same. It's not. They're not the same.
Hey, listen, hold on. Let me interject before I bring Chris in. I wanted to say that. I'll throw it to you, Chris, as well. I felt like with Saka in the first half was explosive. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. Second half, it got a bit more physical, and then I felt like Saka kind of petered out a bit. That was how I saw it. I'm not gonna lie, that's how I saw it. I'm being real. I thought first half he was explosive, beat man for dust. Foden playing out on the left, everyone's like, oh, he's playing out position, blah blah blah. But Foden was in the central positions quite a lot, and when he was central, like Rice for me, I don't feel like he can see left, if that makes sense. So there's certain times when Foden's making runs, those balls ain't coming in, if that makes sense. On the right-hand side, you've got Trent, you've got even Bellingham on that side, and you've got Walker. And so that right-hand side is patterned up. But the left-hand side, you've got Trippier that's only got a right foot. Do you understand? So that literally, Foden's got nothing. On the left, like Ian Bill, I've got nothing left. But like, I'm gonna just give it to neutral people, and I'm gonna ask them what they think, because I don't want to come across and have think it's my agenda sent against Arsenal, or I'm trying to say Foden. I just think Southgate personally got it completely wrong on that left hand side. I know Foden has played there, to be fair, but I think Foden will come good eventually. But yeah, you carry on, Chris. Chris, what do you think?
Hey, big up to everybody, and thanks for having me on, man. Big up Mike's, big up Steph.
What's good?
And the man Ash. Two things. I fell asleep. I had a big night last night. I was at a concert with my wife, had a brilliant time, and I fell asleep on the sofa. I just woke up to hear Saka Bernardo Silva in the same sentence, and I thought, I'm sorry, man. I had to come on.
This is what
That's all I heard. That's all I heard. I don't want to fight with anybody. That's all I heard. So I thought, I got to get on. Right. Second, I was watching the match and I thought, Foden on the left, not for me. Foden has got to play centrally, right? Yeah, no one's saying that. No one's saying he's not, right? But this is my point of view. Foden has got to play centrally.
Don't do that.
I am saying.
Hang on. He's got to play centrally, and with right, if you're playing the two-man midfield, you're gonna have Rice and you've got to have Bellingham there as an 8 for me, and you've got to play what's his name? Brown on the is it Brown or Gordon? Sorry, not Gordon Brown, but Gordon on the left, right?
Prime Minister.
For me, ex-Prime Minister, right? You've got to play ex-Prime Minister on the left because he's going to do a better job than Foden on the left. Right?
Gordon.
I've just woken up, man. I've just clip it, send it to everybody, man. I've just woken up, literally.
It's all good.
Right? It's 20 past 11 here, man. I'm just woken up. Right. Anyway, so you got Gordon Brown on the left, you got Saka on the right, and you got Bellingham as an 8, and you got Foden as a 10, and Kane doing what he does. Right. That for me. Now, the second part is I went to pick up my daughter today at school at the bus stop, 2:00. My next door neighbour used to be a 3rd division footballer. Had to give it up because his father had some health issues, so he had to run the family business. And he goes, "You watching the Euros?" And I'm like, "Yeah, a bit of it." He goes, "England, what a fucking disaster." And I go, "So what's your take?" And he goes, "Bellingham as an 8, Foden as a 10. Someone has to play on the left." That's what he said. He literally doesn't know who Gordon is, whatever. He goes, "Someone has to play on the left, and you get your problems sorted out." Exactly what I said. So that's
wait,
what we take.
Guys,
you know,
can I just ask this question because you guys are all British?
Yeah.
Why do you guys
I'm
act
British.
as if
I'm Jamaican, man.
Why do you act as if your team is Angora? Why do you act like you're the worst? Like, you beat Serbia. Serbia wasn't some chump. They had Vlahovic, they had Mitrovic. You beat them. Yes, it wasn't the world's greatest performance. Belgium fucking lost to Slovakia. It could be worse. Why is everybody every game? The final thing, every single game you guys have to play, you have to win 3 or 4-0 for you guys to say, yeah, we're a good team. You won the game.
But, you know,
Hey, 2 tactics.
Yes, sir. Apologies, I had some technical difficulties. What's the question?
So now we're just going through. We're going through the team at the moment, and I said, bro, what is it? Is it Phil Foden? Is he lost at sea because, you know, he hasn't got Pep holding his hand? Or is it a thing where you see Saka, like, he's looking like the star boy of the team right now? Can he play in any position? Is he levels above Foden at the moment? And then just overall, like, looking at what needs to be fixed, because we're playing Denmark and I'm hearing it's going to stay the same, but it doesn't look like it's fluid. Like, so what do you think needs to change?
Do you know what? There's a couple of things, and apologies if you've already mentioned some of them. And I think it all goes back to, well, some of it goes back to Southgate, not all of it. I think I don't know what people's issues were with. Did I miss something with the comments?
No, just talk about London, something about Man City. I don't know.
Okay. I really like Trent in the 6. I really liked him. I thought it was magnificent. And I know that people have got this thing about him tracking back and running. They have to do all this other stuff. Like, you know, was Pirlo N'Golo Kante in his day? No, he wasn't. Like, every DM's got a different way of playing. He's a deep lying playmaker, and I thought he was fabulous. I think Jude Bellingham in the 8 was fantastic. Yes, it's a bit of a situation where we had Paul Scholes, Lampard, and Gerrard. You can't play all of them together, and you're gonna have to have a few water carriers in between that. And I think you got to make a sacrifice in terms of who you want on the bench, and you've got to be fluid with it. And so I would have played Gordon instead of Foden on the left.
Oh, 2 tactics. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. I would have, or whichever way. Or bench. Or
100%.
But Bellingham was just incredible. And I think if I'm Foden, I've got 2 choices to make. And it's not just Bellingham. I think it was a bit of Kane, but not as much. I can either mope and moan the fact that I'm on the left and I can't do what I want to do in the central midfield, or I can find a way to help Bellingham even be better, to help Kane even be better, sacrifice myself a little bit more. And because he was taking up certain positions, which he's good at as a number 10, he was being overcrowded by Bellingham and Kane, who Bellingham was, in my view, was fantastic all over the pitch. But it didn't have to be if you two was making certain crunching tackles. That's not your thing. That's fine. I love Foden. I think he's the most natural footballer in England. And so you got to make a choice. You got to say, okay, Trent, Bellingham, Foden. If you say that, then Foden has to take up that that number 10 position, and then somebody else gets sacrificed. But you got to find the balance of on that left side, and I think that's going to be Gordon, because you want a touchline winger. The other thing I'll just quickly add, I don't know why England can't seem to do this, because and I know that not Spain. I don't want to compare apples to oranges. When we're in possession and why can't we be in control of a game without being passive with our passing? Can we still, like, in terms of, because we used up so much energy by the 60th or 65th minute, and we couldn't hold on to the ball in a way where we can get our breath back. It's either that we can't do it, and I think I blame Southgate for that, or you make the substitutions. You instead of taking off, if you take off Foden for Gordon, take off Bellingham for Mainu, maybe. Take off whoever the number 10 is for a Palmer. Take off Kane. Like, Watkins. He was already running to the ground for Toney. Like, it's all. I think Gareth Southgate makes political decisions and popular decisions that he thinks is right. And then sometimes he gets it half right. So I think when I first saw the lineup, I thought, you're nearly there. But then he can't do that next stage, which is actually tactical adjustments in the game. You've put in on Gallagher for... Who did he put Gallagher on for?
I think Trent. I think he changed Trent.
For Trent. Why not put on Mainu? Why not get some control in the midfield? Why can't you see that? Why not take off Foden? You can see it's not working out of Foden. Put on Mainu, put on Gordon, get some balance back, get some control back. Bellingham is running out of energy. Put someone else on. Put on Palmer, whatever. We can all see it. And so I think it kind of stems back to Southgate on that one.
Yeah, go on, Stefan.
I actually have a different thing. I think I would play Watkins on the left wing. I love Watkins.
On the left wing?
Yeah. I would play Watkins because one of the actual things that he does is he holds up the ball really well. And when you don't have like an outlet, Ash pointed out that Kieran Trippier, because he's very one-footed, he's not a very good left back, and he doesn't, there was no connection there. I think you need a player that's going to be able to hold the ball and kind of build up play. Gordon is amazing on the run. Gordon is amazing in transitions. But when you have nobody to actually feed you that ball through that space, I think Gordon would also be really, really useless, especially with no Luke Shaw there. So for me, that's the other thing. The second thing.
That'll be the same for Watkins, though.
No, because I think Watkins, you can boot the ball to him and he can hold it up and stop the ball and shield the ball and then pass it on to the midfield, to a Jude Bellingham, to a Kane. I think Watkins would be really suited, and he works his ass off too. He tracks back. I love Watkins. For me, is one of the most underrated players in the Premier. I think I
agree with you.
Tells you that.
And then the final thing is, too, the reason why you guys don't play possession-based football is because the midfield that he sets up are not possession-based players. Trent is not a possession-based footballer. Trent is a transition footballer.
Come on.
That he takes the ball and he pings it forward. He has great.
So you're telling me? I don't know if have you watched Albania play? Have you watched Hungary play?
Okay.
Are you telling me any of those guys make any into our midfield? Did you see how they hold up the play? Did any of you guys see Albania or Hungary play? Slovakia.
That's the difference.
Have you seen those guys on the ball?
The difference is the manager.
Wait, first of all,
Southgate is dead.
Yeah, I watched Hungary against Germany. They're a very counter-attacking side. I don't know where you thought that they're possession-based. Slovakia, okay, I'll give it to you, but they have one really good center midfielder that's better than Trent as a center midfielder, and that's the guy from Napoli. I think his name is Lobotka, I think, yes.
Lobotka,
So
yeah.
he's a very solid.
Albania have got a third division midfielder. They're doing
I'm
1-2s. They're
telling
doing
you-
1-2s for people's midfields. You need to watch their games.
Okay, too. But for you to say Pirlo, the difference between Pirlo, what you said is Pirlo was very similar to Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick in a game never made any tackles, but he was always in the right place at the right time, knew when to pass the ball, knew when to keep it short. Trent doesn't know this. Trent cannot play as a midfielder. That's why he never played at Liverpool. Liverpool had fucking Endo playing as a 6, okay? Endo is not a good enough player for a Liverpool squad to challenge for the league. So Klopp didn't
That's
even
what
want to
Declan
try
Rice
that
is there for.
experiment. Yeah, no, but Klopp didn't even want to try that experiment. And you think
No, but that's what
it's
Declan
gonna work
Rice is there
if
for.
Southgate tries it? What, like
Declan had a good game. He's there to mop up.
didn't. He
He's
really,
to-
I don't know
Yes,
what
he
you
did.
watched.
Yes, he
Wait,
did.
how did he have a good? He looked lost. He didn't do anything.
No, he didn't. He had a fantastic game.
I just want to bring something up real quick, and just to pivot a little bit, just to move it on a little bit, yeah. And we're gonna, because I'm here for the Trent debate, but I just would love a Liverpool fan to turn up, but I don't know where they are. But it's gonna be mad after the show. It's gonna be mad, but we move. So I'm gonna show this on stream. I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah.
Big preview. I've got Denmark in red. This is their previous setup. They shape up in a 3-4. No, it's not 3.
Ash, do you remember what our lineup was for England?
It's Say again.
Do you remember what our lineup was for England? Was it similar?
Yeah, our one's a 4-2-3-1. That's what I want. So you've got here with our
No, do you
one.
remember when we did it last week? Was our one
Oh,
similar?
last week.
Yeah. Do you remember?
So our one was I can't remember. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think our one was slightly different. I don't think. Did we have Trent and Rice in the midfield? I can't remember.
I think I did. You guys were worried about defending and stuff.
Because basically, like for me,
How is that not important? Like,
no, it's important, but against a team like Serbia, you expect us to kind of be on the front foot, and which we were, and I think we pushed them back quite a bit. But for me, like if I'm looking at England, and I'll just give you my perspective.
Okay.
Trent can still do what he does, but I would drop Walker, and that way you get to see Trent do what he does in that midfield area, but he inverts. And then also you've got Trent overlapping, and he delivers better balls than Walker, in my opinion. So I would
isolate Saka though, because then Saka has to do it all by himself without Walker making those runs.
but I'm saying at times Alexander-Arnold can do the overlapping, and when he's in that area, he can do those better balls than Walker.
but Ash,
Then we need to be a possession-based side then.
Yeah, but what about the massive hole that you're leaving with Alexander-Arnold overlapping? Who's going to cover?
That's where Rice fills it in.
Rice, he's not a cyborg. He can't cover some massive gap.
So this is you got listen. So what would happen for me if Walker was out and it was just Rice? Let me see if I can change it. Oh yeah, here we go. So for me, if instead of having Walker there, I would have Arnold there, as I said, and then in this midfield, you could fit an extra midfielder here. So supposing Walker's not there, yeah, and Guehi would be on the left, and Stones is on the right. So at times, what you'd have, whoever this midfielder is, Stones would invert here and become a double pivot with Rice, and that would allow Trent to do what he did old school and get beyond at times and whip those balls in. And then at the same time, when he's ready, Stones could drop back into centre-back role in a 2, and then Trent can do the inversion there as well. And in that way, with Walker not being there, you could fit a certain Foden in there. So let's suppose Foden's in there, Walker's out, in my opinion. So Walker comes out, and then you could fit in your Gordon. So your Gordon can come in. I don't know if you can see that. Gordon would slot alongside there. So then all of a sudden you've got Foden. Oh, I've done it wrong. So Foden
center. Yeah.
Why do we have to turn it into rocket science, guys? Here's a simple question. Would you play?
Let him finish.
Let me ask you this. Would you play
tactics? It's called tactics, bro. Like it's not.
I get it. But would you play here? It's a very simple.
There he is. There, look. The team, look. There, look.
But
Foden here with right sitting like that. That's all.
There's a lot of balance there. I can say that.
Guys,
why are we so adamant?
Stones sits in certain times. Do you know what I'm saying? to help out with Rice's job, because Stones can do.
Okay, guys. Would you play this formation with Trent in midfield against France or against Spain or against?
No, I'm talking about Denmark. We're previewing Denmark here. I'm saying
just Denmark.
Because this look, Denmark have got a back three. We've got a back three with Vestergaard, Christensen, and Anderson, and everyone's like, "Bro, we need to be more front foot." They got a double pick of Højbjerg and Højmans right there, yeah. And I'm saying, look, why not outnumber them in that midfield? Light. So why not outnumber them? Why not have a box midfield at times? At times, I'm not saying all the time. At times, of either Rice and Stones, or certain times, Alexander-Arnold plays there like how he was.
Okay.
At the top, or he can go a little bit higher where Stones pushes up, and he can still do those balls into Kane or Gordon running in behind.
Yeah.
Right. That's all I'm saying. It's not rocket science. It's not. I'm not saying anything mad, in my opinion. Saka still.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I think the team looks balanced there. Do you know what I mean?
But don't you think you're going to have the same issue that happened in the game against Serbia, where you saw pretty much Foden was running into the same areas of space like
because
they were almost running into each other.
The reason why is because Gordon now is the outlet, and when you've got Gordon running in behind,
Bellingham goes. Yeah.
That will allow Foden.
Foden. Yeah.
Foden now is going to be isolated 1v1 with one of their players. He's going to have to track back. He's going to, oh no, I've got to worry about Foden. And then he's going to have a 1v1. He's going to have a 1v1. And Bellingham can stay on the right-hand side.
What about Kane? Because Kane kept dropping back against
it. If he pops in, Bellingham runs in behind. Or
exactly.
runs in behind.
It's better in that way. It's better for Kane to remain as target man, because he'll always be involved between either Kane, Foden, and Gordon, or between Kane, Bellingham, and Saka. He'll always be involved. He just got to remain to be the target man, which he was in the main in the other game.
And for me, when Kane's up top, he's going to push their centre-backs back further. He's going to push their centre-backs back further because they're worried about him. So he'll occupy two centre-backs by being in this space, which will give more space for men like Foden.
Yeah.
The edge of the box, for Bellingham to run in behind, into the box. And for me, that will make more sense. Now, all Rice has to worry about is Eriksen. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, Højlund's pace, obviously,
He'll pocket Eriksen.
But like Rice has got Eriksen there. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Gray, he's not a slow coach. They've got wind up front. So for me, that solves a lot of issues. And I think that's all. Like, for me, he has to tweak, because Trippier's still weakness, in my opinion. You still got
not bad.
Where's Gomez?
Defensively, he's very good defensively. Trippier.
Gomez
on the left.
No, please don't
Gomez
do that.
I'm holding out for you guys, man.
Well, I don't know. You could like. What do you reckon, Chris? Do you think different? Like, because obviously you might see it slightly different. What do you think? Because obviously, Stefan.
Yeah, I don't know whether Southgate is, and I respect every coach. Obviously, for their weaknesses, their flaws, and their brilliance and their geniuses, of course, because they're there for a reason. And I don't think that the what do you call him, Stones dropping in as he does for Man City. I'm not sure we're going to see that a lot for under Southgate. I don't think Southgate is that. He's more minimalistic. He's more conservative than Pep, in my opinion. Whether for example you drop Walker or you maintain Walker, but for the what do you call it? The Trent. Sorry,
I said pivot. The pivot that you're talking about, Trent.
Yeah. But whether you maintain Walker or you change him for Trent, and then you bring in another centre mid, for example, or you bring Jude back and you bring in Gordon, for example.
That's what I'm saying.
But Chris,
that's what I agree with. You still got to contend with someone being on their playmaker, because it's all very good and well thinking about ourselves, right? Yeah, right. But then you've got to think about Eriksen, and you've got two men at the back. Right?
Rice will be on Eriksen, and then Stones and Gray on there to be front players.
But there's a component. There's a component that Denmark use, which is the wings very well. And Christiansen, I think that's his name. He's a number 17. especially Christensen, and I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly where he plays. Their wing,
actually plays in the middle of their front of their back three. But
Barcelona, he's a very good. The weakness is Vestergaard. Vestergaard it makes Mertesacker look like Kyle Walker. So he's super slow. He's super slow. So
but speed is irrelevant if you have positioning and spatial awareness and if you can read the game. So but what I'm saying is that if they're for example, their wing backs, right, because they're playing with a three at the back, they're playing with a 4-man midfield, right? Yeah. But those 2 wide men are really wing backs. Especially, I'm not sure about Bar. I haven't seen him much, but Christensen, what I saw the other day and what I've seen of him, he's going to create a hell of a lot of problems if we don't, if we're not tricky with ourselves, So if you leave the wide channels or the flanks open, or unprotected, that's where they're going to get us.
I think what Ash is saying though, that if we're on the front foot,
I understand that.
Gordon,
Toney, but we're not. Sorry to interrupt, but we're not going to have the ball 90% or 100% of the time. So upon transition, right, upon regain on their behalf, that's where they're probably going to hit us. You see,
but where's Christian going to be? So if, say, for instance, they take the ball off us in their final third.
Oh, he's not here though. He's put. Oh no, because
Christensen.
Sorry, Ash, you've got Christensen as right centre back. That's the problem.
Christensen's going to be. Oh yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
no, there's two. There's
Christensen from Barcelona, and that's Christensen from Leeds.
No, Christensen, not Christensen. There, you're on him now. Christensen is on left wing back. Yeah, he's left wing back next to Trent.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
so
guys.
Vestergaard is the right-sided centre back.
But what you guys also need to highlight is the fact that
Christensen is left wing back.
Yeah. Christian,
and Vestergaard right in the back as a central centre back. So
I think Vestergaard played more on. I don't know. I from what I remember, Vestergaard played left centre back as part of the back.
That's why. Yeah,
but I don't know. But you guys also need to remember that Denmark are ready they're going to concede possession, because when you play a 3 at the back, that system is much more counter-attacking, and you have naturally a numerical advantage in the midfield. So you should be able to keep, kind of like with Spurs with Conte. Conte conceded possession for defensive solidity because he knew that he had Son and Kane on the break. So that
I disagree.
The same thing.
I disagree with a 3-4-1-2 being a naturally counter-attacking system.
Okay.
I disagree.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
I just think I think with England's players, we should be front-footed.
We should. We should.
The amount of the ability we have, we shouldn't really be thinking about, Denmark.
They're
going to boss us in midfield. I think we're more than capable. No. And that's why I said, having Alex Arnold as a right back, Liverpool, because when you're playing in midfield, the traffic you're dealing with is different to when you're a right. And it's different when you're playing from a right back to invert into the midfield.
True.
As opposed to starting in the midfield, in my opinion.
But Ash, I just want to point out is they have those 2 midfielders. In order to work the 3 at the back, the 2 midfielders that are part of that system, they need to be absolute workhorses. And I think Denmark's 2 midfielders are perfect for that. Højbjerg is perfect for that system. He showed it under Conte. Yes, he's the greatest midfielder in the world. No, he's not. But he's hardworking. He's solid. He's a good all-around midfield player. Hjulman from Sporting, everybody raves about him.
Yeah,
that's a big thing. So he's also super good at tackling, winning the ball back. So he's also perfect for that system. So I think, Denmark are going to concede possession. And I think the only reason as to why we saw Trent I don't know what he did, what Toon said that he was fantastic at, but okay, I mean, we have different opinions. But the reason why is because Serbia also dropped back and gave Trent space. Where you guys need to be worried about is, what is the point of playing this system? Because I'm going to be honest, you're going to play this system against Denmark and against Serbia maybe. But would you play the system against France or Spain?
No, I'm just previewing. I'm literally just previewing against them.
I don't know, but if we're looking at a long-term vision of winning,
long-term,
we have to get there first. We have to get past the group stage. But if we're worried about what Denmark's gonna do, like. But no disrespect to Denmark, but we're not ready for France. Like, let's forget about France.
What Stefan's saying. If like he's saying, listen, long term, what should England?
No, my point is that what is the point of trying to do this system when none of us are convinced that it's going to work against France? So what is the point of training these players in the system? And then when you guys come up against Spain and France, instead of playing Trent at the number 8, he puts Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, but you don't always play same system every time. That's what it's tournament football. You play the system that gets you to win. That, whatever you need to win, like, you can make adjustments. That's what makes a good coach.
I agree, but you also need some continuity. You can't just the midfield, especially the center of the midfield. I would argue is probably one of the most important aspects.
100%. I just think Trent's overrun in that midfield area, in my opinion. When we come to better opposition, because when he was getting pressed against the Serbs, I think that's when
he was struggling. He lost
the ball in that area. That's what I saw on my own.
Not only that, we didn't see his biggest weakness. People don't realize his defensive awareness and his ability when he is tracking back off the ball is horrendous. And in midfield,
I thought he was better in that game. I thought he read the game better. I hear what you're saying. For like, I've seen him like for Liverpool not be. That's why Endo's that 6 there to help him out. Do you understand? But I'm just saying, against England versus Serbia, I felt in that game he intercepted a couple balls, and there were certain times he made a few challenges, and I was like, all right, positionally, he's actually in the right position to do the job.
I remember,
when he was pressed physically and he didn't have a lot of time on the ball, that's when I saw the ball go backwards, sideways, he made mistakes, lost the ball, can't get in the half turn, can't face the game forward, doesn't know where to be positionally in terms of like one pass, then, stand behind the 2 attackers to kind of find. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Go on.
No, but Ash Klopp said why he plays him right back. Klopp, I remember he did a Sky Sports. You know how they invite the coaches to analyze tactics. And they asked him about Trent's unique position, and Klopp said the reason why he started playing him as a right back when he could easily play as a midfielder is because he said at right back, the position that is least pressed, the most amount of time that a player has is usually from the deep fullback zone. So either at the right fullback zone or the left fullback zone. And in order to give space the most amount of time to pick a pass, pick a long-range diagonal pass, and that's why. And Klopp said, in a way, I accommodated his strengths whilst accepting that at times his weaknesses will be highlighted. And my worry is that Trent is very similar to Zinchenko. On the ball, he's amazing going forward. And when the team is dominant and when most of the play is in the opposition final third, Zinchenko is perfect. So is Trent. He's elite at that. But the moment the team gets under pressure and they need to win duels, make defensive tackles, be defensively good, and be solid, Trent is horrendous. Like I cannot. I've never seen. People will say I'm exaggerating. Some of his defending, if you watch some of the highlights from last season and from the season before and from overall, is absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, but you gotta take risks somewhere at the end of the day. Like what they did really well for me in England, just to highlight in terms of what Trent did well was 88% pass accuracy, long ball accuracy. He wasn't dispossessed once. This is why he was brought on in the first place. The problem is, especially if England are going to be playing from out the back, and actually England did this really well. Declan isn't as bad actually from back to goal as I thought he was, but I wouldn't want him there all the time. You'd have Foden either coming in to get the ball, or you'd have Trent coming in to get the ball, or even Bellingham, and the 2 up front go up there. So it's all about the fluidity. Yes, you can worry about what if our backs are against the wall, what if those guys are attacking, what if. You've got to... In any kind of situation, sometimes if anybody, for instance, watches boxing or fights, you'll have one boxer that keeps either a high guard or a boxer who keeps a low guard. The boxer that keeps the high guard is going to say, I'm going to concede that I might get hit in the stomach, and I'm going to have to find a way to counteract that. or you have a boxer that keeps a low guard, is going to say, I might get hit in the face, I'm going to have to move my head and counteract that. But you've chosen where you're going to get hit, and then you've got to find a way to counteract that. Gareth Southgate has chosen, I might get hit on the transition. I might get hit if I need to be if our backs are against the wall. Stones, can you step up? Rice, can you step up? That's what he's got to do, and that's where he's at. So we can worry about. There's no perfect system, but we've got to find the best system for England. The main problem for Southgate is after that 60th minute, 65 minute is the changes. That's what kills England. It's the changes that Southgate makes. He doesn't know what to do after that, which is insane to me.
I agree with that. Mike, do you think moving forward, just to answer Stefan's question, that England should be like looking towards that kind of knockout phase where we need to have a midfield settings where if we get drawn against a Portugal, a Belgium, a Germany, a France, a Spain, it's that guy to be next to Rice to kind of deal with, or should it be, as commentators say, P&P, pace and power on the wings? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think England are ready for those teams. Honestly, we've got a right back playing left back. Yeah, instead of promoting or giving a chance to someone that's a left-footed left back, just Mitchell. Take a risk on someone. Yeah, Mitchell, for example, or even my boy Leif Davies from Ipswich. Yeah, give someone like that a chance. He's not going to do that because he's using Twitter to select his lineups. That's what he's doing.
I don't disagree.
That's what he's doing. It's pretty to put Trent in the midfield because that's what everyone's tweeting about. But is it actually working? Is it doing anything? No, it's not really doing too much. And yeah, I agree with you as well. Like, I think actually, Stefan. Yeah, how do you feel about if? No. What was I gonna say? No, why is it that Anthony Gordon, and that's no disrespect to Gordon. Yeah, I'm just saying, why is he the go-to left winger? Does England not have anyone else?
I didn't say that. I said I would play Watkins. I would play Watkins at left.
No, he's not the best left wing forward. Like, I don't know what this obsession with Watkins is. Like, honestly,
I'll be honest.
He's played a left.
You might as well drop Kane.
You might as well drop Kane and put Watkins on.
Yeah, I'll be real. I know it's not popular for me saying this, but honestly, drop Kane because the guy's tired in it. He's tired, bro. Put Watkins.
I put Toney on.
Watkins or Toney.
Why Toney? He's in shit form. Why would you put Watkins?
No,
Toney is better than Toney.
After 65th, 70th minute, I'll put Toney on. You're always gonna have
anyone
because
but Kane,
and you'll know this, Mike, because you got Haaland, because he gets the same stick that Haaland gets. He doesn't take the touches. Yeah. But the reason why you can push back defenders is simple. They're scared. He carries the aura. That's what Kane has. And, if you put a Watkins on, he hasn't got the same feeling for the defenders. It's Watkins. It's not Kane. And that's just a matter of, it could be their downfall. It could be not. So that's why Kane is playing. All I'm saying is after 60, 65 minutes, 70 minutes, take him off. Put on Toney, make some adjustments. And there isn't a better left wing forward in England at the moment than Anthony Gordon.
Yeah,
I mean, why is
you tell me who it is. You tell me the guy.
Who's the other option? I wanted to know who's the other option.
You tell me the guy, bruv.
I would have, guys. I would have taken Gordon.
I'll slap Kopama on the left on a shameless.
You're just asking for trouble. You just want to make conversation out of conversation, bruv. Even Kopama will be saying no, bruv.
I'm shameless. I'm not even down. I'm shameless. I'll do it.
Can I just ask, why is Watkins getting such little respect?
No, Watkins is not. But what we're saying on the left wing, bro. No,
that's you disrespecting him, putting him on the left.
That's
I understand what you're saying because obviously he's wide left. I get it. He plays as a wide left. That's how you perceive him. But we're saying if you're dropping Kane and you're taking him out, like after 60, 70 minutes, you put Watkins up top. That's all we're saying.
Oh, okay.
That's all we're saying. We're not disrespecting Watkins. Watkins got double digits.
100%.
Nobody.
Goals.
I think what you guys are saying, Southgate did have some balls for once. Let's be honest. Even Klopp didn't play Trent Alexander in midfield. He did have some balls. But he had the wrong type of balls, because if you guys want to play
it was great.
Yeah, no, wait. He had the wrong mindset. If he had some real balls.
Where's Chinks, bro?
We call those Arteta balls that he had. They're
Yeah,
not.
get out of here.
If
Those
he
are
had,
Arteta balls, bro.
if he had some insight into the position that he wants to play, that you guys talk about possession based, let's be honest, the player that is most suited for that role to pick up the ball from the defense, not lose it, very good in possession. I don't care if he's young. He got selected.
Just say the name.
It's Kobe Mainoo. This is the perfect position.
Yeah, I'm not saying what I'm saying is not down to one player. It's structurally. You can't tell me Albania are better at holding the ball than England. You can't. I refuse to believe that. Honestly,
I agree. That's just what happens when you get your coaching badges from Butland. You get me? That's what happens when you go to Toys R Us and get your coaching badges, bro. This is what I'm saying. He's not serious. Yeah.
That's true, man. I think, you know what it is? What happened was they got more physical and England didn't like that. And
didn't like it.
Before, Serbia was sitting off, like, have the ball.
Yeah.
And then what they did was they stayed nice and compact. They were like, break us down. And England didn't have the answers. Second half, they were like, you know what, F this. We're going to start the pitch. We're going to stick it on. And then they put a playmaker on, which we have abundance of, but we decided not to put a playmaker on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After you saw Foden's not performing the way he's meant to perform, after you see Kane not doing what Kane does normally, we decided not to do that. We went against it. And we said,
Gallagher on.
What the Gallagher? Why did he even select Gallagher?
Intensity.
I know the answer.
No, guys, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna say this, okay, and everybody's gonna say, "Oh, it's Stefan." Conor Gallagher is the ultimate. How should I say? It's only in the UK where players like Conor Gallagher are celebrated. If Conor Gallagher was in Spain or in Italy.
Celebrated?
Yeah, they're celebrating.
I'm in Spain. What are you going to say? I'm in Spain. What are you going to say? Come on, bring it on.
In Spain, I guarantee you, Conor Gallagher plays for fucking Sporting Gijón and never gets anywhere near the Spanish national team. Or in Italy, he gets anywhere near the Italian national team. He will not go anywhere near the Spanish national team because Conor Gallagher technically is nowhere near good enough to play for England or for a top team. Let's be honest. He's just a guy that runs around and tackles and puts in 100%. Players like this you can find all over the place.
He's better than that. The problem is Gareth Southgate putting him on when the problem is what's he going to tell Southgate? You shouldn't put me on. I think you should put Mainoo on or Cole Palmer. He can't tell him that.
Yeah, why'd you bring me?
Why'd you bring me here?
No, I'm not. For me,
that's not his fault.
No, I don't get it because you had good players. Ross, you had Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley is 10 times. Yeah. Is 10 times the player Conor Gallagher. Good call. 10 times.
Yeah, but I honestly think when you send on, and no disrespect, but yes, disrespect to Gallagher. When you bring on a Gallagher, you're telling the team, we want to shut shop up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what you're sending out to the players. You're saying to the players, because that was the first time I've seen Philip Foden. Phil, is Philip Foden. You got a long ball.
You're taking the piss.
Outside the box. It's crazy. Long ball. He cleared it. He booted it.
Enough.
That's kicking it, booting it.
I wish the camera. I wish when he came on, when Gallagher came on, the camera panned out to Bellingham's face and then Foden's face. It's over.
But you have Eze, you have Cole Palmer. Eze especially.
Thank you, Stefan. That was beautiful, Stefan. That was actually glorious. There's no way Anthony Gordon is starting ahead of Eze after saying.
Gracious me!
It's just not going to happen, bro.
Give me a break, bro.
It's just not going to happen. It's just not happening, bro. I have to be honest.
Goodness me!
I gotta be real, bro. Come on, man. Come on. What
did Eze get this season? Because Anthony Gordon got 23 GA. What did he get?
No.
What did he win?
Gordon deserves. He deserves to be on the. He's a great player, but
Come on.
why would you put on Conor Gallagher? Your defense. Don't you want to have some counter attack? Look,
Yes,
I get
we agree. I agree. So that's Southgate. The problem is Southgate. It's not Gallagher. The problem is Southgate. Gallagher can't tell him, do you know what, coach? I think you shouldn't put me on, mate. Look, Eze's over there. Cole Palmer's over there.
I
can see Foden's face. He's going red, mate. He can't just looking at me.
No, but I just don't get how players like
Exactly.
So you got like different options. So like Trent would love Gordon. Because normally when Trent gets he's used to seeing Rashford.
Yeah.
Oh, Rashford's making a run.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Boom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When he drops in that hole, he's used to seeing Rashford running.
Yeah.
Or at least Sterling, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, what? Where's my runners? He's looking around, he's looking, what?
Foden standing next to him like, give me the ball, please.
No, I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you guys, like
Southgate
Trent,
tax, bro. Southgate tax, bro.
No, Trent. I really want to see him. I hope Southgate has real balls and plays the system against the Portugal or a France. I really want to see. I really want to see Trent against.
He wants to see them balls, man.
No, I really.
I can't lie. You're hella obsessed with these balls, bro. What's going on?
Arteta settings, bruv.
No,
Arteta balls, bruv.
Salt Bay, bruv. Salt Bay settings, bruv.
He's not gonna play Trent against.
I know Ash is gonna play.
No. Go on.
Bro. Listen, I hope he has real moves, you know. Oh Lord. Hey, be careful, please. Be careful when you're saying that, bro.
No, I'm telling you guys, he's not gonna play. He's not gonna play Trent against the big teams because he won't. It's too risky. He's not gonna play.
Play Gallagher.
He'll play Gallagher. Exactly. He'll play Gallagher.
Because he'll want to play.
Can I be controversial?
Gallagher's gonna be ready to play.
I know it's the first game yet, but France ain't all that, you know. I know it's the first game. France aren't all that. I swear down.
I agree.
They're still using N'Golo Kante, innit?
They've got N'Golo
Kante.
That's what Gallagher's meant to be.
That's what Gallagher's meant to be.
You see what Kante's doing? That's what Gallagher's doing.
Guys, Conor Gallagher is linked to 40-50 million moves to fucking Aston Villa and Spurs. Like, who would pay 40-50 million? Like, I really don't rate him.
Not as bad as you think. People. There's too
much. You'd have him at Arsenal.
100%, bro.
Yeah, you would.
No chance.
No chance. He'll be all over you.
I can see him. I can see him next. Listen,
where's he gonna play?
A double man. You got Rice and Gallagher. The England midfield.
Unstoppable.
You'd be ripping it up in the Carabao.
You'd be just.
He's better than Partey.
He'll bench him for real.
Yeah, bench Partey over Gallagher.
Don't get twisted because you've still wasted that money on flipping Sambi Lakonga. You've got guys that are starting ahead of, bro. I swear down. There's guys he's getting in ahead of. Don't forget your position, Stefan. Don't forget your position.
Now ask all of you a question. Transfer market. I'm going to finish on this here. Transfer market. Right. We've watched the Euros. We've seen every game now. If you had like a choice and you could take a player to your team, what player would it be?
Jamal Musiala. Jamal Musiala. Right now. Musiala right now. I heard we got linked to him. Like a couple months ago, innit?
Pep wanted him. Yeah, Pep wanted him.
Yeah. So listen, if that happens, then I don't think I'll ever need anything again in life, bro. I'll be settled, bro. I would have reached enlightenment. You get me? Like, I'm good, bro.
Nirvana.
Yeah. I'll be like, hey, it'll be too sweet.
And Savio with Doku and Grealish.
Yeah.
Coming off,
it's over.
Crazy settings.
It's over. It's going to be another 115 financial charges. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
So,
Stefan, who would you want?
This is really difficult, man. Like,
let me make it easier. Yeah, it's a player that hasn't really left. Like, for example, Mbappe's gone to Real Madrid, so player that hasn't left.
Okay. Look, I'm gonna name three because I love
three. That's just one.
One man.
Quickly, I'll just name three, and they're all from Portugal.
Just say one, bro. All right, go on. Say your three, and then we'll pick it.
Eusebio Futre.
Three.
And
okay.
yeah,
I can't name one. I want
Rui Costa.
Okay, I would love Pedro Neto from Portugal. I love him. I think he's an amazing player. The second one is Joao.
You want Neto? Wait, pause. You want Neto?
Yeah, I'd love Neto.
But he's injury, but his kneecaps.
He's injury prone, but if he comes to Arsenal, he won't play as much because he'll be playing with Saka and stuff. They'll be competing with each other. So I hope you. I just love him as a player. I have a soft.
He left though. You bench Martinelli.
Okay. He would bench Martinelli. He's super versatile. So yeah, him, Joao Paulinho. I love Joao Paulinho. I think he's one of the most underrated midfielders in Europe. I think
Bobby ruined that Portugal team, by the way. Carry on.
Yeah, and then the third one is my favorite one that I would love and I think would fit like a glove at Arsenal. Vitinha. I fucking love
mine as well. No striker though. I thought you might need a striker.
There's not a good striker. There's not one good striker. I'm being honest. Like that I really want. I'm gonna be Vlahovic. Maybe Vlahovic. That's it. Maybe Vlahovic.
Now you got four.
Yeah,
four.
You got
15 people each. 15 people.
Pick the whole Portugal squad. Out of those people, which one, bro? Real quick, which one? You had to choose one.
Who's that? Toon, go.
One person right wing forward, Krashvili. For Newcastle. Krashvili, Isak, and Gordon. Oh my word!
I actually see that happening.
Oh my goodness me!
He wants to leave, you know. He's not happy. He's told his agent.
Yeah. The agent wants him to leave, but Napoli are like the mafia, bro. You're not leaving, fam. They just say it loudly, like they're not leaving, fam.
Signed,
Osimhen's suffering, bro. They've been trolling that guy, bro. They're like, you're not leaving, fam. Well, Napoli.
Chris, who's your signing?
Oh man, I don't know. I like Musiala as well. I'm with Mike's, man. I like Musiala. I think he's Wirtz as well as top. I've got another 13 to go, so just sit tight. I'll have those two.
I think Spurs need a controller.
Yeah, they do. But I mean, there's a guy that's I'm gonna break it here. I was gonna do it on the channel, but I'm gonna do it here. There's a guy that's just gone to Coventry. There's a guy that's just gone to Coventry. You might know of him. I don't know. Stefan. I think he's from New Zealand, but he's been playing for Red Star Belgrade. Just gone to Coventry. Check this guy out.
In the Euros. Right? The Euros.
No, I don't think he's at the Euros. No, he's not at the Euros.
Talk about Euros, though. Talk about Euros.
Oh, fuck it, then we'll talk about Euros, man. I'm giving you free information. Free information, and you don't want it.
Yes, it's a question.
I'll send you the bill. I'll send you the bill in the post, man. Jesus. It's impossible.
I'll look at it. Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay, man. It's all right.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm going to say Vitinha as well, because I just think Spurs need the controller.
Who?
I think he plays for Portugal. He played yesterday, and the way he was collecting, like the milkman,
he's so good.
Literally, you can't press him.
Vitinha.
Yeah, Vitinha.
Wait, are we talking about the striker?
No,
PSG. The midfielder, center mid,
defensive midfielder.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
DM. He played. Remember, Bernardo Silva. It was Bernardo Silva, and it was
Bruno
Fernandes and Vitinha. Those were the three in the midfield, innit? And Vitinha was just switching play, balls at the top, dribbling, taking off the back, soft fullback, first time passes, making it look easy. Do you know what I mean? They couldn't touch him. Never lost it. But yeah, guys, I want to ask, stay with Portugal.
Isn't that what Madison's supposed to do, by the way?
Say again?
Isn't that what Madison's supposed to do, by the way?
You're taking digs, man.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was what Madison doing that. Madison could play higher up the pitch.
I hear that.
Either a false 9 or a 10, attack.
I hear that. It's rocket science. It's rocket science to me, bro. I don't know.
It's not easy, man. But I'm saying, guys, Portugal, Ronaldo, talk to me. Are you thinking Ronaldo?
You gotta stop playing, man.
Ronaldo's Brazilian.
He almost scored.
Does Ronaldo need to allow it? Because I'm thinking this probably need a backbone.
The funny thing is, he can.
Martinez, does he need a backbone? Because I feel like.
But Martinez in the back. Did you see that? Did you see that clip of Paul Merson? Paul Merson describing Martinez years ago when he was at Wigan, and he goes, "You've seen Wigan get a smash up. play, and then you get this interview with Martinez, and it's like Men in Black. You know, Men in Black get that.
Oh yeah.
And you forget they played. And I said, it's true, bro.
Pretty good.
How is he allowed to ruin 2 golden generations, Belgium and Portugal? How? That's like him going from Man City to Liverpool, like after failing. Like what managers allowed to do that apart from Martinez? He must be ace in his interviews. What?
No, man. He needs to pay his agent and buy him a fucking house. That's what he needs. His agent is amazing.
I think Ronaldo, but to your question about Ronaldo, I think funnily enough, to advance his legacy, I'll still bring him. But if I was him, I would say, don't play me. Just let me be there for the team or whatnot.
Really?
Like, the last
Cristiano Ronaldo?
I know.
Like the last time they won
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Remember the last time they won it?
Toon, do you know who Conor Gallagher's hero is? You know who Conor Gallagher's hero is? Conor Gallagher, innit? Don't pick me. Just why'd you bring me? Just serve me cocktails all day. Fan me out every day.
No. That's
I want to be like Gallagher.
That's actually harsh.
He played the full 90, Ronaldo, bro. Ronaldo played the full 90,
and he almost scored.
Yeah, that's a disgrace,
Dude,
bro.
he got into good positions and almost scored. He's still not
I
bad.
tell you what, though, yeah, he's looking sharp, but for him,
He's sharp.
But to make him run for 90 minutes, to ask him to press for 90 minutes, bro.
He doesn't.
Maybe Martinez's plan is just to wear him out in the first 2 games. Do you want to break now, like with semi-finals and that? Like, let's
guys. But let's be honest, though. Do Portugal have good striking options?
No,
look at that kid.
They don't.
What's
They
name?
don't.
Ramos in it.
I'll play.
He's had a really poor season with PSG. He's in terrible form. He's not in good form. Oh yeah, João Felix. Oh my god, man! Portugal's squad is sick. It's so good.
He's better than Havertz.
Ooh.
Yes, don't even compare them. Don't compare them.
Felix?
Come on, bro. Come on.
Felix
Felix to Havertz. Please don't do that. Please.
He's not better than this guy. I know that.
He wants to.
They're not the same. You can't really compare them, but he's actually thinking about it.
He's thinking about it, bro.
He's buffering.
I think João Felix.
I can't believe you, bro.
Okay.
That's AOL settings. AOL settings buffering, bro.
He's buffering.
Okay. It's fine.
I can't believe it, bro.
Mike's, stop pissing
Stefan,
me off, man.
How are you even thinking about this, bro?
Because João Felix is one of the most overly hype players. If you look at his stats and wherever he's gone, he's been pretty shit over the last 3-4 years, man.
Who are you talking about now?
You're going to talk about stats for a guy that...
Who are you talking about?
You're trying to compare Felix to Kai Havertz. Come on,
Havertz, if you look at his stats, Havertz has been better.
Havertz is effectively Arteta's third son, or however many children he's got. He's basically one of his kids. He's forced them in. It's nepotism with Havertz.
Nepotism.
You don't understand.
Havertz.
He's doing a Madonna, bro. He's got Saka,
100%.
Havertz. He's got the whole trio, bro.
Havertz scored, I think, 17 goals last year and had 7 assists. That's not bad.
You can't throw numbers in this conversation.
I can't throw
Someone's
numbers.
been forced into the team.
This is why I love having a Man City fan here. They're like, I
can't hear this. I can't hear this.
Okay,
bro.
It's
almost bedtime. I got this in my head before I sleep. No, I can't. I need closure. Do you actually believe this, bro?
No, that's.
All right, let's move away from that, though. Would you keep Ronaldo?
Tell them again, Chris. Tell them
again. Would you start Ronaldo, Steph? Or would you pay him for
I would because he's a winner. He's tough. He's in any big game. He's still Ronaldo. People will still, if he has a big chance, he will score. I just think mentality-wise for the team, I think the whole team, when he's on the pitch, believe that we have Ronaldo. We
might as well play Ian Wright for Arsenal, bruv. Him in that dressing gown, bruv.
I think
Ronaldo is still Ronaldo. For
Who's
me,
the captain of Portugal? Who's the captain of Portugal at the moment?
I think isn't it Bruno?
So
or Ronaldo?
Bruno's the main man. Bruno and Ronaldo.
No, it's still Ronaldo. I think. I'm not sure.
Ronaldo
That's
is
crazy.
leave his ego.
Has
in
to be the
back
captain,
four.
bro. It has to be Ronaldo.
Yeah,
It has to be Ronaldo. It has to be. I'm not sure.
But shine, and I would just let him come on. You know, like last
That's
30
it.
minutes. Last 30 minutes.
I just,
Ronaldo come
I
on.
was.
Do you know what I'm saying? Rather than him starting trying to press from the front, trying to do all of that, try to do his little. I see him trying to do little step overs. Like, I'm like, brother, uncle.
Stop with his
Like,
now.
you know when the crane moves, you can hear that noise.
Stop with his disrespect, guy. This is shocking right now. He's still good, guys. I just want to point out.
Ronaldo, bruv. One of the best
Did you
ever
hear-
do it, bruv.
Did you see his jump for the
Oh, we're still
for
talking
the
about
header?
habits.
For the header?
No, he's talking about Ronaldo, surely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just want to.
It's a leap on him. Yeah, Ronaldo. Ronaldo.
No. It wasn't just the leap. The way he actually positioned himself, headed. He's still quality. He's still got great.
No, I'll give you that.
He's still got it. He's still got it.
Still got it, bro.
Give you that.
Oh, and then we also forget from Portugal. They also have Jota. Fuck it.
That's why I said. Are you sure you
ridiculous
start Ronaldo and not have Jota up top? That's why
Ronaldo shouldn't be anywhere near the team. I think with Ronaldo, yeah, it's a case of who's gonna tell him. Someone needs to just tell him, like,
Listen,
bro.
listen.
Don't even look cool no more. I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what Ronaldo looks like right now? He looks like when WWE keep bringing back like Undertaker and that. Like, bro, just let it go, bro.
Okay,
I have
guys.
to be honest.
Hey.
Just let it go, bro.
Ash,
Let it go.
I really have to go, man.
I gotta go
1:15
too, man.
here.
I'm gonna end the show, man. Nice one, bro. Big up.
Big up.
Very nice.
Take care.
I'm gonna end it
Nice
there,
to meet you
guys.
guys.
Take care,
It's been a great show.
Take care,
Hey,
man.
guys.
I'm gonna end it there, guys. Anyway, big up to everyone in the comments. Thanks for joining us in this Euro time.
The chat.
Where also the transfers are dry as hell, boy. Like, you know when you have crackers, bro.
I think they're positioning themselves. A lot of clubs are positioning themselves, though. Like,
Yeah, but right now, them rumors are just recycling. You know, we haven't had crackers for ages. And you're like, those crackers taste good.
the Olise things went quiet, man. Did you see that? The Olise after the Ornstein, Fabrizio, that Olise thing went quiet. I'm like,
Yeah, no, because it's boring now, isn't it? It's boring, man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna pass
City's court thing finishes this Friday as well. That's
Is
gonna be
it?
big,
No
yeah.
comment. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not in the court. I don't want to talk about
No, I'm
it.
with it, man.
I'm not
I'm
involved.
watching, bro.
See, I plead the fifth. Mike, tell me what you got coming up, man. What have you got coming up on your channel? Anything up coming up?
I'm going to sleep, bro. Honestly.
Not now, like this
No
week.
chat. Oh yeah,
your
no,
channel?
literally. Yeah, on my channel, I'll be doing absolutely nothing. I'm taking a break.
Okay, cool.
Literally.
That's what it's there for, man. That's what it's there for.
Court case, bro. You got a court case. You got a report on it. Then. How am I reporting on your court case, bro?
Yeah.
How am I reporting
I'm
on
not
it,
talking
bro?
about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Chris,
Yeah.
you telling me, man. What have you got coming up
yeah.
about Ep.3 in the no players?
Nothing. It's really quiet. It's like you were talking about those crackers. Well, I was thinking about the chewing gum. You know, like you put it under the desk and you find it and you think, shit, I'm gonna have a bit of a chewing on that. I had to make it a bit more disgusting. Sorry. Nah, nothing. I've got nothing going on. I did an interview last Thursday morning with a professional goalkeeper trained coach that's been around the world, and but I'm trying to put it together because it was in Spanish, so I've got to do all the subtitles. I've got to do the whole lot. So that's taken me time, right? So it's painstaking. And I'm doing it on typewriter. That's why. So you know, I just got to get it together.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
So you can use AI for that.
No, I'm doing it thanks to. I mean, how am I going to use a goddamn typewriter to do it on flipping internet, man? Jesus, wake up! Christ Almighty! Christ Almighty! This guy is slow. You're slower than Vestergaard, man. Jesus,
Bro, that Havertz thing, I'm still it's Vestergaard. It's Vestergaard.
Hey, dude, what have you got coming up, man?
Man, so yes, so this week, right, we're gonna got another video coming out either tomorrow or Friday. Newcastle's right wingers. Who we're gonna choose? Is it gonna be Elise? Is it gonna be Morgan Gibbs White? Is it gonna be Madueke? Goodness gracious, Madueke. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So we're gonna be talking about that. Also, I did release last week a video around Man City's court case. So Man City fans, if Mike's isn't giving you anything, I am. So you can you can get your you can get your information from me. Like, I took an interest in it because apparently Man City like to use Newcastle's name in these things. Like, I'm having to defend Man City's court cases to Jay. Like, it was like, Jay, like, I'm not in court.
You lot are on our side, so
you forced us in. And I'm like, bruv. Like,
hey, Max, do this with him.
Yeah. Word.
Hey,
brothers in chief. So guys, dude, I did release that video. It's called PSR Help or Hindrance. It's already out. Let me know what you guys think. Right wingers videos coming out this week Friday, and I might probably this weekend once I hear the outcome for Man City's court, because I'm going to report on it apparently. So do look out for that, guys.
Former.
Two Tactics TV, by the
way. Big up Sleepy Mike. That's what I'm calling man now. Sleepy Mike.
No, come on, man. I don't deserve that. I'm awake, bro.
One of a kind, bro. Big Man City fan out here. Yeah. Big up to Yardman, Jamaican boy, straight out of Yard, Chris TV.
Yeah, the Jamaican boy.
We're learning.
Yeah, man.
Call him a Yardy.
Sound like a Scouser, bro.
Yardy Chris, yeah.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Those things don't work. Those things don't work, man.
Things them, yeah? Jeez. And big up Vesta Cards, Tactics, 2 Tactics, Slow Motion.
Big up Steph King Kai Havertz. I don't know his surname, but like, yo, big up Steph, bro.
Someone said Barella Chiesa. That was time ago. Barella Chiesa.
Oh, Barella Chiesa. Yeah.
I'm
worried about Chiesa's ACLs though. Like it's a bit dodgy on his knees, man.
All right, Queen Ellie, either you laugh or you cry at this point of the window. But anyway, yeah, guys. Once again, please do like and share. Liverpool fans, I can't see them. I was meant to have a big debate with Liverpool fans, and Stefan was calling man out. I don't know. I couldn't see them. I don't think they wanted it. Yeah, we move, man. Guys, love for the love, and I'll see you next week. Stay safe, man. Peace out.